Are you thinking about moving to the city of Marina del Rey and you only have a budget under $1 million? Well, stay tuned because in this video, I'll be showing you the active listings that are currently on the market under a million. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Living in Los Angeles. My name is Ra-son Theus, your Los Angeles real estate broker, and this channel is dedicated to folks just like you and helping you learn everything you need to know about moving to the city of LA. So if you're thinking about moving to the city of Los Angeles, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that every week when I release new videos, you'll be notified. Now, every month, I help folks from all over the world relocate right here to the city of Los Angeles. So if you're someone that's thinking about moving to Los Angeles or selling your home in Los Angeles and you want to come up with a game plan, I highly recommend that you schedule a consultation with me. We'll hop on that Zoom call. We'll discuss your unique situation, and I hope you come up with a game plan so that you can win in this LA real estate market. Now, today we are going to be looking at homes in Marina del Rey that are listed for under $1 million. I want to show you guys what kind of inventory is on the market. Most people believe that there are no homes that you could buy in Marina del Rey for under $1 million. Now, Marina del Rey is an awesome city on the west side of Los Angeles. I lived in Marina del Rey for over 12 years of my adult life, and I loved it. It was a great city, had a great time, so I can tell you a lot about it. So if you're interested in moving to Marina del Rey, feel free to reach out to me so I can give you the inside scoop. But for now, we're going to be diving in, and I'm going to be covering all of the neighborhoods in Los Angeles, starting with West Los Angeles and moving my way east. So every week you'll be able to catch one of these videos. So let's go ahead. I'm going to dive into my website and let's take a look and see what's available. All right, guys, so we're going to start on my website. And you can get to my website just by going to rasontheus.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. And then you could just, if you scroll down, you'll see there's a section here for agents, for sellers. If you're looking to sell a property, you can schedule a consultation, buyers. We're going to come up to the top here and go to search properties. And that will take you to my property search site. So now that we're here, let's just type in Marina del Rey. Hit search. All right, so now let's just set a couple of filters because we have a goal here. We want to look at homes that are under $1 million. So we're going to come over here. We're going to scroll up to $1 million. Where are you? There you go. So we have our max price set at $1 million. So that means we're going to see everything that's under $1 million. I say let's do at least 2 bedrooms, right? Let's see what's out there. We don't care about the bath count, and then we don't want to look at rentals or income properties or coming soons. So we'll just be looking at single family homes if there's any available, condos, multifamilies. We can actually take that one out, and townhomes, right? So we're looking at single family homes, condos, and townhomes. All right, and that's pretty much it. Let's just hit apply filters. And let's see what we got. All right, so we do have, what do we have here? We have 15 different properties came up. Looking at these are all going to be condominiums, right? So no single family homes came up, and that makes sense, right? So let's take a look at the first one here. Let's dive into it. All right, so this particular condo is at 4265 Marina City Drive, which is the Marina City Club. If you're in LA and you're familiar with the West Side, you'll recognize these particular condos because they're the big round buildings in Marina del Rey. They're pretty iconic buildings. They've been around for a long time. These are older condo units. Remember a couple of years ago, I think it was now, when those condos had problems back in Florida, there was a lot of concern about these units. So they had to do a whole entire architectural discovery. And it came back that these units are actually in pretty good shape. The condo board, made a couple of recommendations, and they've been diving into that for the past 2 years. So there was no issues there. But that was some news that came up about this particular condo here. I'm going through the pictures because I want to find a picture of the outside, but they didn't post any. It looks like. Let's see. Let's keep going. Nope, they didn't post any pictures of the outside. So anyway, like I said, there are these 3 round buildings. It's called Marina City Club. It's pretty cool because when you go inside, I've actually sold units in here before. When you go inside the Marina City Club, it really is its own little city. Like you don't have to leave. It has restaurants in there. It has its own like general store on there. It has its own restaurant. It has tennis courts, basketball courts. It's right on the marina. You can actually live there, and they even have boat slips so that if you do own a boat, you can actually park your boat right outside the building. Just walk over to the marina to access your boat. So it's a pretty cool place to live. Now, off the gate, before I even show you the pictures, let's go take a look at the HOAs, because what this building is notorious for is it has extremely high HOAs. It has one for the HOA of the building, and then there's a county land lease. So basically, the county of Los Angeles owns the land that this building sits on, and so there's a land lease that every unit in the building has to pay. So let's take a look at. They show us exactly what the combined HOAs are. They're usually, like I said, pretty high. So yeah, if we come over here to HOA, you can see that the HOAs, the combined HOAs on this one is going to be $1,600 per month. So even if you pay cash for your unit, you're still going to have to come out your pocket every month, $1,600 a month to live in these particular units. But like I said, the amenities are pretty awesome. I mean, there's not an amenity I can't think of that they don't have. It's an amazing part of the city. Depending on where your unit is at, you have views. It looks like this unit does have views. That's why they're showing this right here. Right? So you get some great city views of Los Angeles and West LA. You're right there on the coast, and it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty unique lifestyle. If it's something you're considering, definitely let's take a tour. Let's go take a look at it, because once you see it in person, you're like, oh, okay, I see why it costs so much. All right, now this particular unit, before we do dive into the pictures, is listed at $849,000. And this one here is a 3-bedroom, 2 full baths. All right, so that's a pretty large condo unit. Let's take a look at the pictures that they're showing here. So now this condo is updated. So they did a complete remodel on this one right here. So it looks pretty nice. I like what they did with the kitchen. Very contemporary. That's my personal style. I love contemporary design. So yeah, it looks good. I like it. They redid the floors. They put some accent walls up, things like that. As you can see, you have this nice big balcony out there. Like I said, this unit does have views of the city, so that's pretty cool. You can kind of get a picture outside this window of what the buildings look like. Remember I was telling you it's like 3 large circles. So yeah, that's an example of the sister building right next to it. So you get nice views from your bedroom, which overlook a nice wetland. It's a animal preserve that they built probably about less than a decade. I want to say about 8 years ago. They restored this particular wetland that's right in front of the building. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice little park over there. Bike trail that runs through. It takes you all the way to Venice Beach. So they updated the closet doors in the bedroom, updated the bathrooms. So yeah, so pretty decent unit. If you have any questions about this particular unit, feel free to reach out to me. I can schedule a showing for you. And yeah, let's move on to the next one, guys. All right, so now let's see what else we got here. We got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath here. We have another 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Now this one's priced at $990. Let's go check it out. All right, now this one's also at the Marina City Club as well. All right, and let's see what this particular. So this one here is also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So it should have a similar HOA fee. Yep, exact same thing. So 1,600 per month for the HOA. Since I've already showed you a unit in this one, I'll move through this one a little quicker. It's slightly updated. It looks like it was updated a little longer ago. The other one looks like it was updated a little bit more recently. So there you go. Updated kitchen. Updated bedrooms. This one's vacant. Like they have it virtually staged right here. You get some nice city views as well too, though. So that's pretty cool. So I like that. Now this one is on the 11th floor, so that's why you have such nice views here. Here's a nice picture of the buildings I was telling you about, and these are the boat slips that are right in front of the building. So if you live here, you can have a boat, you can park your boat right out here and just walk right over. Now some of these units are actually right here. If you can see where my mouse is, And these are all units as well that are a part of this same complex right here. And these have nice marina views. So when those come up, I'll show it to you. Let's keep going. See, they have much nicer pictures of the outdoor on this particular listing. You can see the tennis courts right here, right? Some of the common areas. So yeah, so that's this particular one. This one's listed at 990,000, so right under the $1 million mark. Like I said, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. These were built. I'm sorry. This has a square footage of 1,722 square feet. So there you go. All right, guys, let's move on and let's go to the next one. See what else is out there. I don't want to do any more Marina City drives. So as you can see here, there's quite a few units for sale at the Marina City Club. All right. Almost all of these listings are the Marina City Club. So all of these listings are Marina City Club. So the only thing available in Marina del Rey under $1 million is going to be at the Marina City Club right now in the month of December. That could change. Every day new listings are coming up. But hey, let's take a look at some of the lower price listings, right? So we got one here for $495,000. So let's dive into that one and see what that one's all about. All right, so this one here is on the 3rd floor, so you get, lower views, right? It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's about 1,422 square feet. This one has a slightly lower HOA of $1,323 per month. All right, let's take a look and see what the unit looks like. Now, these are all common areas. Okay, here we go. So this is a picture of the living room. This agent didn't do a great job with the photos, but, it is what it is. So it looks pretty decent, though, right? Looks like it may have been updated a little while ago. That's going to be your balcony right there. Slightly updated kitchen. I would say within the last 15 years, that kitchen was definitely updated. I like what they did with their balcony, though. It looks pretty nice. Nice little serene space that you have for yourself. You have same views of the city here, just lower than the ones that we looked at before. They were on a higher floor. So this one you're a little bit closer to the wetland preserve there. I guess that's probably exactly what it looks like looking off your balcony. Like I said, you're lower down, so still really nice views. As you can see, this is a sunset right here. They wanted to show you how beautiful the sunset is. Of course, it's going to look way better in person. It's really hard to capture the grand scale of a sunset when we're taking photos of it, especially photos like this. Look like they were done on their iPhone. So, yeah, and here's some more views right here. Like I said, it's really hard to capture views sometimes unless you do professional photography. So you can still get an idea of like what I can imagine in person. These views are actually pretty awesome. All right. Keep going. They got a nice picture of the pool here. I think that's the beauty salon. That's one of the little common eating areas that's there. That's the gym. They have a really nice gym at the Marina City Club. Tennis courts. All right. Little walkway. I used to be on this walkway like almost every day when I lived in Marina. I loved it. All right. So as you can see, you have condos that are going to start right at 500,000 in Marina and go all the way up to right under $1 million. Now all of these are in the same complex, which is the Marina City Club. So, that's what is available right now in Marina del Rey. Now, Marina del Rey is definitely a very affluent neighborhood. It is kind of like how do you describe it? Marina is a very chill place to be. It's a very unique neighborhood. You have a mixture of people who are retired and maybe they moved out of like, say, your Ladera Heights, Culver cities, and just other parts from all over the country. And they just want to enjoy that coastal living. So you have a lot of retirees there, and then you have a lot of young people who love living on the coast, living on the west side. So it's a mix between the two. Very nice neighborhood, like I said, very affluent. A lot of well-to-do people there, a lot of professionals, a lot of celebrities actually live in Marina del Rey. I would run into celebrities all the time when I lived in Marina. So It's great. They do a lot of the community is pretty close knit. They do a great 4th of July fireworks show every single year. I used to love it because where I lived, my building was right in front of where they did the presentation. So all I had to do was go out, chill on the balcony, and I had like the best show in the whole city. So it was pretty cool. So they do that every month. Every year. They do the 4th of July show, and then they do a Christmas boat parade, which is really awesome too, in the marina. So it's a really cool community. There's lots to do. Very walkable community. There's all kinds of shops, grocery stores, almost every restaurant you can think of, every kind of restaurant you can think of is definitely a marina. So it's a great neighborhood. If you have more questions about living in Marina del Rey, please feel free to reach out to me. I have a great insight. Like I said, I lived in that city for 12 years. So, and I absolutely adored it. So it's pretty great. I am a Marina del Rey fan, put it that way. But I can definitely tell you about the pros and the cons. And that's probably a video that I'll be coming out with pretty soon, the pros and cons of living in Marina del Rey. So as I think you can see, there's not a whole lot of inventory in Marina del Rey. You can feel free to come to my website. You can check it out for yourself. And if you have any questions, like I said, please feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. Or we can even schedule that Zoom consultation. We'll hop on a Zoom call and I can listen to you, hear you out, talk about your unique situation, and I'll help you come up with a game plan so that you can win in this Los Angeles real estate market. So that's all I have for you guys in this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.